Hi, I'm here with Channon Fluker, who's currently in Turkey. And what's your specific location right now?
My city is called Edremit, Gire.
And what part of Turkey is it? Like north, south, east, west?
I'm not sure about that. Maybe east?
Okay, so it's the more European part of Turkey, if
Yes.
it may. Okay, okay. And I wanted to ask about your first game there. So 38 points, 17 rebounds, your first game. Was it like a dream debut?
It actually was, it was a great start to the season. I'm really thankful that I was able to come out strong for my team.
Okay. And you were also awarded like the Eurobasket award of the best player during that how do you call this? Not leg, because in Europe we call it like first leg, second leg. This week, probably. Did you even learn of that honor or not really?
I learned from a post on Instagram, actually.
Okay,
I
so they
saw
just
the,
mention
yeah,
it and you don't get nothing physical for it, like a
yeah,
plaque or whatever. Okay, but it's still nice to be recognized, right? Uh,
yes.
okay, and it's interesting that wherever you go, you always provide points and rebounds, physicality, there are screens. Yet you somehow, because right now you're in the Turkish second league, right? And you continue
Yeah.
to like fluctuate, if I may use that word, between first and second leagues in various countries. Like you're playing in the Euro League, and next season you're in the second league, right? So it's like up and down. What do you think that is?
Um, well, this one was actually a choice for me to, come to this team and try to help them, be a part of being able to help them advance to the first league. So it was a completely personal choice this season. I think this is only actually my second time playing in a second league. Every other league has been first in the countries I've been in.
And did you make that decision because of the city? What was behind that decision?
It came down to a lot of factors, just talking to the staff and, seeing what the roster was. And also the city as well. I wanted to go somewhere a little bit different.
Okay, and your team is crushing it this season, and your stats are awesome. But they were very good last season as well. So I wanted to just know what stood behind the decision. Okay, so if we may, let's return to Pasadena, California, early 21st century, and baby Shannon first picks up a basketball. What were the circumstances, and
Uh,
who gave that basketball to you, if I may like use that phrase too?
yeah, so I actually didn't start playing basketball until my freshman year of high school. My brother is the one who encouraged me to just, go see the team at the high school I was going to and just talk to the coach and see what it was about. I never really had an interest in playing basketball when I was younger. Took
So
me a little while to start.
okay, and what were you doing earlier? Any athletic activities that you were doing before that?
I actually used to cheer when I was younger. It was middle
Hmm.
school.
Okay,
So yeah, just cheered. That was about it.
okay. And when you started playing, did you feel the need that, or maybe you felt the pressure that you needed to make up for the lost time? And you went
I think it
extra
was
hard and just focused more on basketball.
No, I think it was definitely still a slow start for me, a lot of push and pull, like still kind of not wanting to necessarily play, but I was doing it so, I can have something better in my life.
Okay, and then in high school, were you heavily recruited as a player?
I would say not necessarily, I still wasn't recruited heavily because I wasn't necessarily going as hard at it.
Hmm. And when did your mindset change that basketball was the thing for you? In college?
Yeah, I would definitely say in college, my coach was a very big part of that, encouraging me to continue to play that I can play after, that it could lead to something greater.
Okay. And so your coach was the first person who like recognized your full potential as a basketball player, or already in high school there were people talking about, or maybe not talking about you as a potential future professional basketball player, but they saw something in you and pushed you harder.
It's definitely been, a little bit of everybody at every level, starting from my brother, high school coaches, college, just everybody along the way, just, been telling me that I could, be more, be greater, just like to keep at it. My trainer that I work with over the summer, he's been a big help as well. So, it's still continuous.
Okay. Did you play AAU ball as well once you got into
I,
basketball in high school?
I actually did not play any AAU
Wow,
ball.
that's unique, right? Because most players get okay. Was it a conscious decision, or were you just like not interested, or were you in the dark when it came to AAU basketball?
I think I was in the dark a lot about a lot of the things because, like I said, I wasn't necessarily wanting to play basketball, so I wasn't asking many questions. I didn't necessarily have a lot of people on it, so it was just kind of not part of my journey.
Okay. And when it comes to college, you went to Northridge, one of the bougiest neighborhoods in LA. Is the perception true? And was the school bougie as well?
That's actually my first time ever hearing that. So I
Really?
mean, yes, I wouldn't
Wow.
necessarily call it bougie. For me, just quiet neighborhood. I really enjoyed Northridge, so
Okay, because from an it's interesting because I mean I have the outsider's perspective, so it's always nice to learn this stuff. So it was just a regular, just a calm neighborhood, everything just regular, I
I
would
would
say,
say
right?
I
Okay.
would say calm. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm looking at your college stats and they are just nasty. I mean, your junior season, 19 points, 12 rebounds, and your senior season you average 3.6 blocks per game. So I wanted to ask you first, what's the secret to a good block? Is it something that comes to you naturally? Is it because you're just natural height, you just have to put your hands up and eventually you're gonna block something, or is there some like math involved, a certain way of thinking?
It definitely comes down to timing, I think. It's not necessarily that like it comes naturally because like I said, timing,
Mhm.
just knowing when to be there, being able to help your teammates out. Yeah.
Okay. And looking at your stats, because some people that I've talked to even earlier uh, said that there's a certain bias when it comes to WNBA and picking players from smaller colleges. Do you think that maybe some teams slept on you, that they had the chance to pick you and they didn't, and you're sort of like maybe not disappointed, but it lit the competitive fire underneath you?
I would definitely say it did kind of lit a fire to me. I honestly that I probably at that time was not ready to go into the WNBA. I mean, we'll never necessarily know. I didn't get the chance to, be drafted. I am still working at it now, and if it happens, if it doesn't, then, but I am still working towards it.
Okay. And was there any interest that you heard of from WNBA teams about wanting to invite you to like camps or tryouts, or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, but we're getting there, I hope. What aspect of your game are you most proud of? Your offense or your defense?
I would say at this point, I am really proud of like my offense and how my game has come, especially where I started at. I did start behind a lot of players considering the age I started playing at.
Okay, so do you work now more on your offense as well?
I do work more at expanding my game, being able to not necessarily just play inside the post, but being able to, spread out the defense a little bit more.
Okay. And your first year as a pro, you moved to Israel. And what were your first impressions of being a pro like? And how did the expectations differ from what you encountered there?
It was definitely, more fast-paced, like just got thrown into it. And, the first season didn't turn out exactly how I thought it would, but, that's how it is when you're overseas. Everything is quickly changing.
Okay, and what was the hardest thing to adjust to when it comes to just moving overseas? Was it the language barrier, the food, the culture in general?
Um, for me, I mean, yeah, of
Yeah.
course, the language barrier is that can be tough. I do try to learn a few phrases everywhere I go. And then like the hardest thing basketball wise is being able to, you for 4 years in college in the US, we're playing with the same people, same coaches. When you come overseas, you have to get used to a whole new style of play, new coaches, different players. So it's very like it's a shock.
Hmm. Okay. And was it easier for you to play, say, in Mexico than in other countries like Turkey or Poland or Slovakia?
Not necessarily easier, in Mexico there was a lot more foreigners on our team. It didn't make it necessarily easier. We still had to, get used to each other. Like I said, new coaches, new players. You haven't been playing together that long. Same
Okay.
process, pretty much.
And out of the places that you played in, because we also need to add Greece to the mix, right? What was the most memorable experience that you had on court and off the court? Maybe let's
From
start
Greece
with
or
on court. No, in
just in general,
like just in general, out of all the countries that you played in.
and you said, sorry, on the court or off of the court?
Let's start with on the court, and then we'll talk about off the court. Or maybe it was like the same, because clearly when you play better, you're also happier, and it makes for a nicer experience, right? So
Yes, that's definitely true. I would say that Slovakia was definitely my best experience all around, from my teammates to, we did only finish third, but it just felt great to be able to have that accomplishment with that group of, ladies that I have to play with.
yeah, and you were like the MVP of the league as well. So what do you think contributed to that performance? Was it the environment, the team? Was it just a number of factors, or maybe you added something to your repertoire of plays that sort of made things click?
It was just, I felt very comfortable being in this, so from, the girls to the staff and to the management. So really, I didn't necessarily have a bad experience there at all.
Okay. And off the court, was it Slovakia as well?
Definitely for sure. For me, yes.
Okay. And uh, right now, so you played in Turkey, Mexico, Poland, Turkey again, and now you're still in Turkey, just on different team. So do you think that Turkey is the place for you, or the place that you want to stay, or you hope to stay?
Uh, I'm not gonna say that necessarily. I'm gonna go wherever the best opportunity is, wherever that leads me, different country. There's always more to see, and there's always more, that I can do on the floor.
Okay. And you're still only 27. So, I'm sorry. Sorry for a moment. I'm sorry. They are looking out the window, and it's always that way. So at you're still in 27. There's still years of playing basketball ahead of you, right? So do you have like a plan when it comes to your post playing career? Do you plan on staying with basketball?
I have considered maybe, coaching for a little while. My passion has always been to work with kids, so I'm not sure what exactly that's going to look like right now, but that's what I'm just thinking right now.
Okay. And your major, was your major in education since you plan on working with kids or not really?
And not necessarily education, but just the overall general knowledge of working with adolescents.
Okay. 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 That's cool. So you don't have like a teaching education, but you would like to be a teacher when it comes to sports or other disciplines as well. Yeah, you didn't hear
Sorry, I
me
was cutting
or
in and out. Could you
ah
repeat that
yeah,
one?
yeah, there's some issues. I see that you have like some issues with the connection probably at the hotel. So I wanted to ask, do you plan on being a teacher, maybe apart from basketball?
Not necessarily a teacher. It's always been one of my dreams to have like my own childcare facility. So I really just like to care for children.
Okay, okay, that's cool. Okay, thank you, Channon, for finding the time to talk in your busy schedule as you're currently in a hotel waiting for an away game, right? The game is today or tomorrow?
Yes,
Today.
it's gonna be tomorrow.
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 Okay, okay. So good luck during tomorrow's game and good luck during your stay in Turkey too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.